In this video, we'll go over 20 hard true or false statements based around WoW. And unlike my normal quizzes, every single question in this one is going to be hard. Luckily, since all of them are true or false, you have a 50% chance to answer all of them correctly anyway, even if you don't know the actual answer. Mizrael is an earth elemental summoned in the Circle of Inner Binding in the Arathi Highlands, and is also found roaming a small area in Deepholm. Fact: Mizrael, sorry for totally butchering her name, was part of a pretty famous hidden quest in Vanilla WoW called The Princess Unleashed, where she would trick players into freeing her in the Arathi Highlands, and then she later on makes a cameo in Deepholm during Cataclysm. There were 3 classes, which made up a vast majority of raid spots in the world-first Spine of Deathwing kill, a kill infamous for requiring class stacking of 3 specific classes in a somewhat modern raid. Now, here's the question. The 3 classes which took up the vast majority of raid spots in the world-first Spine of Deathwing kill were Shamans, Rogues, and Mages. Fact: Spine of Deathwing was a unique raid boss which valued burst damage above all else. It also had a really nasty healing debuff that made it very hard to live long enough to do that burst. Shamans could completely nullify the healing debuff mechanic with their Spirit Link totem, so they just brought all Shamans as their healers. Sub-Rogues and Mages had really good burst and survivability thanks to cheat death-like passives. Plus, both of these classes had access to legendary weapons, which made these 3 classes the best classes to bring. The last Alchemy lab added to the game was in Wrath of the Lich King, and is located in the Ebon Hold. Crap. They removed Alchemy Lab requirement from Flasks in patch 3.08, or one of the first patches of Wrath, so there was no need for them to add any more to the game after that. But since the last one added to the game was located in the Ebon Hold, and they moved the Ebon Hold to the Broken Shore in Legion, the Alchemy Lab came with it, which means a new Alchemy Lab was technically added to the game in Legion, as the one in the Broken Shore Ebon Hold can be used as an Alchemy Lab for the few crafts in the game that still require an Alchemy Lab. I also have a video on the channel all about Alchemy Labs if you want more details on this. When a Warlock summons their Dreadsteed, it comes from the planet of Argus. Crap, a Warlock's Dreadsteed actually comes from the planet of Zoroth. Cloudtop Terrence is a platform in Uldum near the entrance to the Throne of Four Winds. Fact: that is indeed the name of the platform near the entrance to the Throne of Four Winds. Alright, let's split this quiz up a little bit. The next 5 questions will be about the gameplay only, and if you get these next 5 questions correct, you'll get 1 bonus point. In Vanilla WoW, there was only 2 pieces of equipment that had negative stats on them. One of them was very famously known as the Corrupted Ashbringer, and the other was the Cloak of Rot. Crap, there were many items with negative stats on them. In fact, I have a whole video about them on this channel. Safe to say, there was easily over 10 of them, but I think less than 20. Killing a black cat critter in a major city will give you a bad luck debuff. Fact: killing a black cat critter in a major city will give you the bad luck debuff, though these critters only spawn during the Hollow's End holiday event. Speaking of the Hollow's End, the first ever holiday mount added to the game was the Headless Horseman mount. Crap, it was actually the Brewfest Ram. The Horseman was the first mount that dropped from a holiday boss in the game, but not the first holiday mount added. The non-combat pet, known as the Westfall Chicken, was the only non-combat pet that was unavailable to Horde players in Vanilla WoW, which means they just could not get one. Crap, they couldn't complete the quest for it, but they still could obtain one through other methods. In BFA, Ragefire Chasm, Wailing Caverns, and the Dead Mines are the 3 dungeons available to players through the Dungeon Finder as soon as they hit level 15. Crap, Wailing Caverns isn't available until level 17. The only 2 available at 15 are the Ragefire Chasm and the Dead Mines. So if you got those 5 questions correct, go ahead and give yourself 1 bonus point. Now let's go on to some lore questions. The next 5 questions will all be lore related, and if you get all 5 of these correct, you can get 1 additional bonus point. The name of the only 2 mortals to ever injure Sargeras were Broxagar the Red and Toronar the Indomitable. Fact: while Broxagar is somewhat famous for his feat, Toronar isn't anywhere near as well known, considering his entire race and planet were wiped out after he injured Sargeras. His weapons are the artifact weapons used by Vengeance Demon Hunters, so if you play the Demon Hunter in Legion, you should know this story. In one of the Warcraft books, it was confirmed that Thrall and Jaina once dated for a short while. Crap, they did not. I'm sure there's tons of fan fiction about this happening. They definitely alluded to the fan fiction in the latest cinematic between Thrall and Jaina, but they were just good friends and nothing more. The 5 dragon aspects all had a power associated to them. These 5 powers were magic, time, nature, fire, and earth. Crap, fire isn't one of them. The missing one was life. Alexstrasza was the aspect of life, not fire. All of the dragons can breathe fire. The dragon aspect powers don't really follow conventional fantasy tropes when it comes to the 5 elements. It's just kind of 5 random things. It could also be argued that nature isn't one of them, and instead Ysera was in charge of the dream, but technically she was in charge of nature. The following 3 are the names of the leaders of Argus: Velen, Kil'jaeden, and Archimonde. Fact: Velen ran away though, but before he ran away, he was one of the 3 leaders. And then after the Legion showed up, there wasn't really leaders of Argus anymore, and more of lieutenants in the Burning Legion. There was 6 people present at the Purification of the Core Crystal, which makes up the Ashbringer, an event that was shown in-game in the Old Hillsbrad foothills. The names of these 6 people are Mograine, Tyrion, Ecelion, Abendis, Doan, and Fairbanks. Fact: that was indeed all of them. Half of them ended up as members of the Scarlet Crusade, and were bosses in some of their dungeons. Alright, and if you got all 5 of those questions correct, go ahead and give yourself 1 bonus point. And now, on to the last 5 questions. No bonus points for these, just try your best to get them all right. Including allied races, the only race in the game which cannot be a hunter are the gnomes. Crap. They added the ability for gnomes to be hunters in Legion, making hunter and warrior the only two classes available to every single race. Agrelon is the name of the orc shaman who was married to Thrall. Fact: her name is usually pronounced as Agra though, in-game and in text, but her full name is Agrelon. Players can control 3 siege vehicles in the battle for Wintergrasp. These vehicles are the catapults, siege engine, and glaive thrower. Crap. Glaive throwers are not in the battle for Wintergrasp, and instead, the third siege vehicle is the Demolisher. Before Lord Jaraxxus was a demon lord, he was the office manager for a conservatory on Argus. Fact: he was known as the Grand Vizier Jaraxxus, and managed the day-to-day operations in the conservatory. Before the Legion came to his planet, that is. The maximum number of players allowed in a scenario is 30. Crap. The max amount of players in a scenario is 3, just like with island expeditions. Alright, and that's the end of the impossible quiz. I'll have a grading scale on screen to see how well you did. You had 2 opportunities to get extra bonus points, and during the beta test of this quiz with a few of my fans on my stream and Discord, no one got a perfect score. So if you're one of those few people who have an insane knowledge of WoW and everything about it, those 2 bonus points might allow you to get almost an A. If you have any feedback with the quiz, maybe how some of the questions are worded, or how some of it might be wrong, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments, as well as ideas for future quizzes or videos just like this one, as I'll have a playlist with all of my past quizzes at the end of this video right now.